History often glorifies magnificent monuments, showcasing them as wonders of human achievement, symbols of pride, or powerful reminders of cultural identity. Yet beneath their impressive facades, many of these landmarks carry stories of pain, suffering, and deep contradictions. They were built not only through artistic brilliance, but also through forced labor, political propaganda, conquest, or tragedy. Today, we peel back the layers of beauty and grandeur to reveal the dark and unsettling histories behind some of the world's most iconic monuments. 1. The Great Wall of China. Stretching thousands of miles across mountains and deserts, the Great Wall of China is celebrated as one of humanity's most extraordinary feats of engineering. But its true story is not one of triumph, but of tragedy. Built over centuries, millions of peasants, prisoners, and soldiers were conscripted to work on its construction. They endured brutal conditions: freezing winters, scorching summers, starvation and disease. Countless workers died along the way, and their bodies were buried within or near the wall itself, leading historians to call it the world's longest cemetery. Though it once served as a defense line, it also became a graveyard of unimaginable suffering, reminding us that such grandeur often came at an unbearable human cost. 2. The Colosseum in Rome. Seen today as an architectural marvel and a global symbol of Rome, the Colosseum's legacy is built on violence and bloodshed. Constructed under Emperor Vespasian and completed by his son Titus, the amphitheater was designed for mass entertainment, but the entertainment was nothing less than barbaric. Gladiators fought to the death, prisoners of war were executed, and wild animals were slaughtered, all for the amusement of Roman citizens. The cruelty was not accidental. It was carefully orchestrated propaganda, meant to distract the population from political unrest, while reinforcing imperial power. Tens of thousands died within its stone walls, turning what we now admire as a monument of culture into a chilling reminder of Rome's darker obsession with death and dominance. 3. The Taj Mahal in India. The Taj Mahal is hailed as the ultimate symbol of eternal love. Built by Emperor Shah Jahan in memory of his beloved wife, Mumtaz Mahal, its marble domes and elegant gardens inspire millions every year. Yet behind this romantic image lies a story filled with pain. The construction required over 20 years of labor from tens of thousands of workers, artisans and slaves. Many endured harsh conditions, accidents, and disease. Legends even suggest that workers were mutilated or killed afterward to ensure no one could recreate its beauty. While historians debate the accuracy of these tales, the fact remains that immense human suffering went into its creation. Beyond being a monument to love, the Taj Mahal also embodies imperial excess, ambition, and the lives sacrificed for one ruler's dream. 4. Mount Rushmore in the United States. For many, Mount Rushmore is a patriotic tribute to democracy, featuring the carved faces of George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Theodore Roosevelt, and Abraham Lincoln. However, for the Lakota Sioux and other Native American tribes, it represents loss, betrayal, and desecration. The Black Hills, where the monument stands, were sacred lands guaranteed to the Sioux under treaties. But the U.S. government violated these agreements and seized the land. The carvings themselves were made without native consent, erasing indigenous history to glorify figures of American expansion. To the Sioux, Mount Rushmore is not a celebration of freedom, but a wound carved into their holy land, a constant reminder of cultural destruction and injustice, hidden beneath the tourist-friendly image. 5. The Eiffel Tower in Paris. The Eiffel Tower is one of the most recognizable landmarks in the world, symbolizing elegance, art, and romance. Yet when it was first unveiled in 1889, it was despised by many Parisians, who called it an iron monstrosity. Critics argued it ruined the skyline and disrespected French culture. Its construction involved immense risks, as workers balanced on steel beams without modern safety equipment, leading to injuries and fatalities. Over time, the tower transformed into a global icon, but its early history reflects bitter resistance, artistic controversy, and personal sacrifice. Beneath its sparkling lights lies a story of ridicule, danger, and the struggles of those who built it against the odds. 6. Angkor Wat in Cambodia. Angkor Wat is the world's largest religious monument, admired for its grandeur and architectural brilliance. But its construction tells a darker tale. Built in the 12th century under King Suryavarman II, it required the labor of thousands of enslaved workers and craftsmen, who toiled in the tropical heat, carving stone after stone with primitive tools. Many died from exhaustion and disease, their suffering buried beneath the beauty of the temple. Later, the site witnessed invasions, wars, and desecration, with heads of statues removed and sacred halls turned into battlegrounds. Today it stands as a tourist wonder, but Angkor Wat is also a haunting reminder of how devotion and empire often relied on human suffering and exploitation. 7. The Berlin Wall in Germany. The Berlin Wall, though not an ancient monument, became one of the most notorious symbols of division in modern history. Built in 1961, it split Berlin into east and west, trapping millions behind the Iron Curtain. Families were torn apart overnight, and those who attempted escape often faced imprisonment or death at the hands of border guards. At least 140 people died trying to cross, though some estimates suggest many more. For decades, it stood as a monument of oppression, fear, and control. Its fall in 1989 brought celebration, but the stories of those who suffered under its shadow remain an essential reminder that monuments can represent not just pride, but also deep pain and oppression. 8. Machu Picchu in Peru. Machu Picchu is often romanticized as the lost city of the Incas, a mystical mountaintop citadel shrouded in clouds. But its origins reveal a harsher reality. Built in the 15th century, it likely required forced labor from conquered peoples of the Incan Empire. Workers transported massive stones up steep cliffs with no wheels or modern tools, enduring dangerous conditions. Many likely never returned to their villages. In modern times, the monument faces a new kind of darkness. Over-tourism and environmental damage threaten its preservation. What was once a symbol of imperial power has now become an example of how human ambition, past and present, leaves scars on both people and nature. 9. Stonehenge in England. Stonehenge is shrouded in mystery, with theories ranging from astronomical observatory to spiritual temple. Yet archaeological evidence reveals a more unsettling story. Human remains found at the site suggest that ritual sacrifices may have been part of its purpose, and the people who built it endured unimaginable hardship, moving stones weighing up to 25 tons across vast distances. Though we may never know the full truth, Stonehenge likely combined awe-inspiring ingenuity with darker rituals of death and ceremony. What today inspires wonder may once have been a place of fear, blood, and solemn sacrifice. 10. The Statue of Liberty in the United States. Unveiled in 1886 as a gift from France, the Statue of Liberty has long been a symbol of hope and freedom for immigrants arriving in America. Yet its unveiling came at a time when the country still denied basic rights to African Americans, Native Americans, and many immigrants themselves. Segregation laws were in place, discrimination was rampant, and the very ideals the statue represented were not applied equally. For millions, it was a beacon of welcome, but for others, it highlighted hypocrisy and inequality. Its history reminds us that symbols can inspire, but they can also reveal the contradictions of the societies that build them. Behind every monument is more than stone, artistry, or architectural wonder. There are human stories of pain, ambition, exploitation, and resilience. These landmarks inspire awe, but they also challenge us to remember the suffering often erased from history books and tourist brochures. By looking at both the beauty and the darkness, we gain a deeper, more honest understanding of humanity's past. Monuments may stand for centuries, but the lessons they hold are timeless, reminding us that greatness often comes with a cost that should never be forgotten. For more content, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like the video, and share your thoughts in the comments.